All right, so I'm going to address a few issues. The first one being the RFK Jr. situation, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Basically, he was testifying before Congress and about censorship, and they basically tried to censor him, saying conspiracy theories and hate speech. All right. So this is the game they're playing. This is what they're doing. And then try that in a small town, which basically dealt with, you know, the 2020 riots. And now riots, to a degree, have become normalized. Woke leftism primarily is about white guilt and racial vendetta against whites, all other groups. Blacks primarily, but all other groups basically jump on the hatred of whites. And we are responsible for our history. Anything that we do that goes against the woke, they're going to put something in there. I guess there was they filmed their house where there was a lynching, I don't know how many years ago, like that's relevant to the conversation. And of course, any debate of this issue is too dangerous to be debated. The ADL, and again, I think the ADL is a major source of internet censorship. The internet at one time was considered the information superhighway. Now it's a place of censorship and punishment. The left uses social media to get their groups together and punish people, and we are forbidden to do the same. This is the court of public opinion, and the woke left control the court of public opinion. And many civil rights groups, like I said, the ADL, Color of Change, the SPLC, strive to censor the internet. First it was hate speech, and then it's dangerous conspiracy theories. And they treat us like we're children, like we cannot handle information. The first thing being Charlottesville, but there was the ad apocalypse that came, even before Trump was even elected, there was the ad apocalypse because people were making speeches about the civil rights industrial complex and about cultural issues that was a thorn in the side, and brought up things and inconsistencies with the civil rights industrial complex. And they were powerful. They had their hooks, they've had their hooks in corporations for a while, and they made an issue about hate speech. And now you're seeing that now with Congress has bought into this whole hate speech ideology and conspiracy ideology. And they don't even want you to debate. They want you to obey. The woke left, they want obedience, and they will seek to punish those who resist. Did I hear a speech? Yeah, I believe I heard some of it. And again, the best way to deal with these people is probably give them the language they understand, is to basically is to punish them. I mean, boycott them and cancel them like they do to you. I think the best way to deal with them is to give them a taste of their own medicine. And if a lot of these companies disrespect you, try not to go to them. And again, uh, these are American companies. These are American people that have done this to us. It wasn't China. It wasn't Russia. It wasn't the Ukraine. This was American people that are doing this, that are disrespecting you, that treat you as a child, and that don't want you to hear information. Now, yeah, I mean, Darren says that his speech was not about othering, not about dividing, and learning from both sides. The thing is, Darren, we cannot. The other side is they're egotist and they're very manipulative. He put down his notes. Well, again, they're already going to divide. They're already going to defame you. If you go against them, they will absolutely defame you and strive to demoralize you. They're not there to have any kind of discussion in good faith. These are disingenuous, egocentric, egotistical people. And it's very close, in my opinion, to narcissism. And the only thing that they have no empathy, they have no mercy. They only want you to obey. And if you do not obey, they become like, hey, there is no negotiation. And I mean, if what you saw with RFK doesn't show you that or doesn't prove you that, you're not looking at these things. You go to the ADL, they have the same myopic mindset. Conspiracy theory, hate speech. This is dangerous. We have to be responsible for one nut and one lunatic. So we have to control everything. That's what they said about South Africa. Why, I think it was 2017 or 2018 where Trump was looking into it. And then the ADL said, this is a white supremacy dog whistle. And then they said, it was down from 300 last year to 35. And my statement was, is 35, is that an acceptable number? Is that an acceptable number where we cannot discuss this openly and honestly? I remember we had Senate hearings. I don't know if we had congressional hearings, but I know that we had Senate hearings, and Biden, President Biden, he was Senator Biden at the time, was one of the people who held hearings about South Africa. But we can't do that today. We can't talk about post-South Africa today because a lot of them, after the January 6th riots, they talked about truth and reconciliation. That's what South Africa had. But look at it now. I wonder if Trevor Noah could go to South Africa, put on his cape. He seems so smart and so self-righteous. If he could go up there and fix that nation. What a phony. Do hearings ever accomplish anything? They give clarity. Do boycotts accomplish anything? Yeah, I mean, they can. The hearings can have a call to action, and I think that there can be constructive boycotts. And again, most companies are rather woke, so you have to pick the most egregious. And again, you have to seek even outside of America, because if companies are going to disrespect your values in the worst kind of way, they have to pay a price for that. And you have to fight fire with fire. You can't say, well, using chemical weapons is wrong, but if they use it against me, it's still wrong and I'm not going to do it. No, you got to go that route, man. You can't. These people are not nice. They're vicious. And some of them have to be hurt economically because they've hurt other people economically. And I think the riots, we should have hearings on the riots, and we should have clarity on these riots and what they did and the behavior in which they enacted. These people need to be humiliated, in my opinion. They need to be degraded and they need to be humiliated. And this is an economic war. All wars are economic, including culture wars. And I think the best way of resistance to this woke leftism is is through economic means. Anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I'm going to put this out on Twitter, and thank you for listening.